Good morning and welcome everyone to this DIH talk. My name is Santiago Uribe Diaz. I'm a digital transformation advisor here at Lux Innovation. Today's topic is stage automation, a growing niche market and its personal challenges. This is a very interesting topic because in this niche there is a lot of technology and innovation involved in recent years. So I have the opportunity to learn about this today. For those of you who are new to this platform, there is a discussion window where you can interact during the session. And there is also a questions window where you can type in your questions that will be answered by the speaker at the end of the session. So to talk a bit about the DIH services. So the DIH is the Digital Innovation Hub. Our main goal is to help the SMEs in Luxembourg digitalize, and we do it on different ways. So we have assessments. These are questionnaires that you can fill online or with our help in your facilities. And we can help you discover your level of digitalization in different directions, such as cybersecurity, automation, digital systems. And the whole point is to guide you into which will be your next digital projects. Then on cybersecurity, we work closely with the Luxembourg House of Cybersecurity. They also have assessments about cybersecurity, and they can help you discover how good or how bad are your cybersecurity policies in your factory. You can fill this online, it's very easy. And then they do workshops to guide you and tell you what could be the possible solutions based on these questionnaires. Then on skill and trainings, we work with the University of Luxembourg. So they can help you analyze the training needs of your staff and also what would you like to train as a company. They can do a match and help you create a training roadmap for your organizations. In technology tests, we work with the list. So they have technology workshops where you can discover technologies guided by an instructor. It's very dynamic because you have a computer and you can test everything that is being explained. And we also have the test before invest program. So let's imagine you want to invest on a technology in your company. You can reach out to the list for this program and test together data from your company to find out if it's really a good decision or not to invest on the company that you had in mind. And finally, we also spread awareness on funding. So these are webinars like the one we're having today, but completely oriented to the topic of funding in the company. So we let you know what are the available aids from the Luxembourgish government for SMEs in this kind of webinar. And finally, before introducing you to our speaker of the day, I would like your small help. So we're trying to find out what is the preferred language of our audience for these webinars. If you want to vote, it will help us a lot and it's very easy. You just need to scan the QR code in the screen and answer this simple question. Ideally, you would like to have these sessions in English, French, or German. So I will just keep this for a few seconds and then we pass to our speaker. Thank you. So now, please join me in welcoming Murad Benayed. He is Head of Research and Development in Wagner Bureau Systems. He will be the speaker of the day. Welcome, Murad.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for inviting me.
Pleasure. So you can share your screen, sorry, and
Yeah.
the floor is all yours.
Perfect. Then let's start from the beginning. You can start, right? All right. Welcome to the presentation. We will go today through the history of theater technology and discuss together how stage machinery evolved over time from simple machines to complex one. We will introduce ourselves also, who we are, and introduce our CAT system, our latest computer-aided theater system, which is a control system for stage application. And then we will speak about our business challenges and why it makes our business as exciting as challenging also. So we start with the history. As we told, we are a company where Wagner Bureau is 170 years old. We started in the modern or in the industrial revolution, during the industrial revolution, and were able to be pioneer in this in the stage application, stage systems. Um, so what we but before we can come back to Wagner Bureau and speak about that, I would like to have a small uh, remembering of the history of stage machinery. So the stage machinery started by the Greeks already between around the 6th century before Christmas, before BCE. It started with a machine and with a ekiklema. The machine is a big mechanical part that lifts people if needed, and the ekiklema is a small wagon system that you can drive back and forth in order to move an actor around the stage. Um, and of course the business started already, the theater stage or theater business started already in the 6th century before Jesus Christ. And then we have an evolution of the stage machinery. So then in the Roman era, we had the trapdoors and some curtain systems, and then we had an improving lifting platforms. So here, right on the picture, right, shows a trapdoor. This is the place where you can hide and make people disappear somehow. This is how it actually all started. And we have here on the left side the Pompeo Theater. This is the theater or the place where Julius Caesar used to make his games, and this is where also he died. So as you can see, also theaters have been always places for um, people of renommee also. So and then we can move on to Renaissance side, between the Roman side era, and the Renaissance era. There was a big gap in the theater industry or the stage industry. So in the Renaissance era, we started seeing sliding scenery. We started seeing painted perspective sets that allowed theaters or allowed to make 3D visualization. And then we have seen manual winches, um, and this is the era where decorations changed simultaneously as the act changed, because then they were able, or the behind the scenes, they were able to move a decoration from one part to the next by sliding it through the stage. After that, you have I would call it the first revolution of stage machinery. This is the Baroque theater, where we had a chariot and pole system, and where we had like mechanical drums, and where we have a small flying system, as you can see on on the right side, where you can lift mechanically, of course, but you can lift decorations and persons. And then you have the wave machines and thunder machines, and then complex trap systems um, and thunder machines. And then we entered in the Wagner Bureau entered in the stage business, in the industrial and early modern theater era, as I told you. And 1905, Wagner Bureau equipment starts Oper Wien with stage equipment. So this is a small insight about what Wagner Bureau did, and during the 170 years of its existence, and about our history also.
170 years ago, Wagner Bureau was founded. 170 years ago, Wagner Bureau brought the Industrial Revolution to the stage and has been revolutionizing stage technology ever since. In 2024, we are celebrating almost 2 centuries of innovation right at the heart of Vienna in the newly renovated theater An der Wien, a history that is framed by our partnership with the Vienna State Opera, our very first stage in 1905, a history not only of incredible innovation, but also of unparalleled international expansion. In 1972, Wagner Bureau built the perhaps most recognizable and well-known performance venue of all time, the Sydney Opera House. We celebrate a history of daring creativity and engineering excellence, a history that led to the development of the cut control system in 1987, now celebrating 35 years of computer-aided theatre. A history in which machinery and creative needs create increasingly complex stage systems, and a history in which smart user interfaces allow for simplified machine control. A history that brought our stages to every corner of the world, thanks to the booming cruise line industry, which has seen some of our most elaborate stage designs. A history deeply intertwined with cultural and artistic transformation and technological revolutions. From our very first stage to our newest stage, from concert halls to operas, from multi-purpose venues to automatic seating systems, we are proud of every single project, every single innovation, and every single machine we've ever installed. And we look to the future, excited to continue shaping this history of theatre together with artists, operators, directors, together with you. Because for us, this is not just a slogan, but a maxim to live by. The stage is yours. Wagner Bureau Stage Systems.
Yeah, so this was a small introduction to our company worldwide, with that I wanted to say that we are our DNA is stage systems. We are expert in what we are doing, and this is a very good, or a very a good plus for Wagner Bureau. Then I will move to the next.
170 years ago.
Now I will move to the next era, which is now the modern stage control system. So Wagner Bureau has the most modern stage control system worldwide, thanks to a Luxembourgish company actually that was started in 1987 by two colleagues, friends, Jean-Marie Schiltz and Roland Jacobi. Both of them decided to make a control system for stage machinery after starting a startup at that time, and then it was bought by Wagner Bureau. But the control system, since it has historically started in Luxembourg, the complete control system stayed in Luxembourg and was and is still developed, maintained, and commissioned in Luxembourg. So I'll give you an overview also of what our control system does right now, and then we can continue and speak about the details of it. So what you saw is highly complex 3D acrobatic moves, machine tilting. You saw distance synchronous and time synchronous moves. You show connection with lighting and video systems, and you show a 3D virtual theater simulation, among others. Now, these are highly complex tools and features and connections that Wagner Bureau State System Luxembourg has also developed over the years, and this is what modern theater and stage technology looks like. Um, so who we are now that I introduced you a little bit already indirectly or directly to Wagner Bureau. Let me put that in numbers and in cultural aspects. We have a turnover, or we had last year a turnover of 50 million euros. We are 200 employees worldwide, 75 employees in Luxembourg, and we are actively hiring. So if you want to if you want to join Wagner Bureau, you're always welcome to send us your CVs. Who we are, and our culture, we are proud to be part of a 2,700 years old business. And we are trusted experts worldwide because we have started the business many years ago and we know exactly what we do. So we have a bold, solid position in the market, and we are proud of that. We're also proud that our biggest mission is to put a smile on the face of theater customers. So what we do is we do entertaining, we entertain people, and we love what we are doing. So let's now speak about the computer-aided theater system. It's fifth generation. So first of all, I would like to give you some insights about the main components, and then we'll see the overall architecture of the system. So what we see here is the Axio 5. This is a safety system. This is a safety control system, actually, that's certified CL3, PLE. Its aim is to safely shut down the machines or the synchronized set of machines in case it is needed. Um, in because we have we lift heavy loads. We'll come back to that later. In our business, lifting heavy load and moving fast while lifting heavy load while actors are in the surrounding is very common. So I have to be very careful. And what we say with SEAL3 is actually nothing else, but we are ensuring that the quality um, of our product is so high that we can trust a safe shutdown of our system with a very high probability, which is 10 to minus 9 per or yeah, 10 to minus 9. So this is now the Axio 5. These are our control desks. This is where the operators. This is what the operators see every day on their daily life. What you can see from left to right is the 500 CAT 562, the CAT 530, and the CAT 550. There are more variants than that, but these are our let's say shooting stars. They made it to the presentation today. So the operator is standing in front of those desks, and they will be programming their shows or planning their shows or doing rehearsal and so on. So everything that they will program will be through these desks. We'll go through that later. So you can see um, this is a one-line diagram of the CATV5 system. So what you can see here is the desk. Desks are here. This is where the operator will be standing and where he will be programming his shows. And for example, moving or programming a machine to move from one position to the next, or an acrobatic move to happen. And once he has done that, there is the control system on both servers that will calculate the move, and will check if everything is possible or not, if the move is possible or not, if we can drive yes or no. The axio, which is here in the electrical cabinet that we call Unicon actually, will monitor then that the machines as they are moving safely, and if they are not moving safely, they will make a shutdown. They check how they are moving. That they will compare what has been programmed by the operator compared to how the machine is moving at that time, and the safety shutdown will be performed every time discrepancy occurs. You can see our big desk. It included our gear system. So you can see here, this is the joystick standard, the joystick interactive, the wheel module or the playback wheel, the jog wheel, the macro buttons or OLED buttons. Yeah. And this is then the 3D mouse. So these are all, this is a combination of function keypad, and the key switch. These are all caches that are actually needed to move the machines from one point to another, or for configuration purposes, or for fast programming purposes also. So these are they have multiple functions, and these are used for also multiple usages. So what we also do is we don't have only a closed system. We have our system is also interconnected through a POSI StageNet. And for example, for Lightning and video services, we interconnect with our real stage and virtual stages. The virtual stages are here, in order to simulate a show, a move, or simulate an act before doing it in real life with machines. So it has a simulation purposes and also programming purposes. So you don't need to be moving machines to make your programming or to program your shows. You can do everything first on this on the virtual stages. And of course, we are interconnecting with lighting consoles, with video service, and with the augmented reality controllers. And the connection is also on both sides, so that we have an interconnected modern system where we can synchronize machine moves with lightning, synchronize video creation with machine moves, and this makes it our system, or makes the show much more complexer than what we used to see. We have also a 3D user interface. This is for example, as a use case for those who are not familiar with it, this is, for example, when you have a concert that you want to plan your concert, and you have different moves with your concert. So you have a big stage or a big venue with many thousand peoples, and then you can see in different angles who sees what and how the things are moving left and right, and which visibility, who has which visibility. So you have here different simulated viewpoints, and you can also simulate your show entirely on this virtual stage, or this what we call it now a virtual theater here in this case. And this is how the architecture looks like. So we have a rendering core connected to the stages that are connected to in this case, to the user interface that will now show the data. One other aspect, also one other very important point for us is the telemetry. So we visualize the machine signals. So because it is very important for us that moves can happen very quickly, that machines are configured the perfect way, and that that our signals have the right response times, and our machines move with the right speed and acceleration and so on as the customer wishes. So we track our signals, the signal of our machines, and we make out of them, and we can modify um, the configuration also if needed in order to reach that requested perfection, let's say. This is also a very good maintenance tool that we are using to see if everything is still working as expected. So now I would like to go to the third point, which is the challenges, the challenges that we are encountering, facing, especially in the research and development in our in my area uh, of interest. Um, we have um, technically, so we have when we say stage system, then it's very that's it's a general word expression for a lot of types and multiple needs. So there is a lot of venue types like the cruise ships, Disney ships, Cirque du Soleil. You have LED application, opera houses, theater, multi-purpose venues and concert halls. So these are different specialties in our industry, and they have all different needs. So their need is not the same. What Cirque du Soleil asks us to do is not what concert hall asks us to do. So these are a lot a big we'll have a big backlog of features to develop and um, and to maintain and to deploy so that we can be that company um, that can cover all the stage application. So this is an example. For example, you have here I can say can be a Cirque du Soleil application or acrobatic style or hall application. This is a concert house. So now in as for this variant, we have a high our biggest challenge lays on having a system that can last long, that has the right tech stack, and that we have also an efficient software to manage many machines, up to 2,000 machines here in this case, that we are that we can easily upgrade to Cat V5, and also that we have a customer specific configuration. This comes also with as I told previously, a huge number of different features, custom made features, custom or tailor made features that must be developed for every variant of our stage business. And this leads to a very complex development. So you have because since you have hundreds of features in your in the Cat V5 system, and all these hundreds of features can be interacting with each others. So you can imagine how many test combinations are required, and also you can imagine how complex it makes it to make this tools or this user interface or the machine controller or this control system then work reliably, since reliability is one of our most important um, requirement. We cannot interrupt the show. This is one of the things that we cannot do, is interrupting a show. Interrupting a show is always very bad for our industry. So we have to be, despite this very complex development needs, stage needs, we have to we have to have a reliable, safe, very good quality system. So when you speak about safety, we our Axio that has a SEAL 3 PLE safety level, and we have safety functions. I think there are 17 safety functions that have been that we use for as a generic for all our application, and that our commissioner can configure for the theaters that they, or for the stage applications that they of their need. So this is our certification. I mean, this is our appendix that shows the certification again. So what we also do have, and which is also a big challenge for us, is the high IT security standards that is needed. So we need to be continuously we need to have a continuous connectivity to all our venues, and we need to be sure that we are because of maintenance purposes, and because we need to have to be available when we are needed and to intervene when it's needed. So for that, this is also another challenge for us, which is a high IT security then standards and certification. So now what we are preparing ourselves for is the Cyber Resilience Act and the compliance with 62443 for cybersecurity standards. And the continuous development, as you saw, we had you saw a small set of application in the video I showed about control system. This is really a very compressed set of application of what we offer. So innovation is a key in our business. We must continuously push the boundary of the market. We must come up with innovative solutions, ideas, because our customers is pushing in this direction, and because it's in our DNA also to have that innovative approach and to always bring new things on the market and new ideas in new products in the market. So with this is how in our department we are, for example, we cover all possible specialties that allow us to make products from requirements engineering to testing, deployments, and so on, going through software, hardware development, and all this panoply of specialties. So we have all what it needs to make great products. And we are continuously also hiring and adding new skills to our portfolio. And this is, I think, the key of the success, or one of the keys of the success of Wagner Bureau. There's continuous development, continuous improvement, and continuous innovation. All right, that's it on my side. I hope I'm not too early, not too late.
Thank you so much, Murad, for these interesting insights into the stage automation industry.
Thank you too. Tough, any questions?
So there are no questions in the chat this time. So yes, thank you for this talk. And if you want to know about the next events in the DIH, please feel free to scan this QR in the screen. Again, thank you, Murad.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.
Have a nice day. Bye.